This miso marinated barramundi is so good. Super flavorful, really buttery. If you want to learn how to make this recipe, watch this video until the very end and make sure to hit the bell icon to receive immediate notifications for when I upload my next video. Don't forget to like this video. Love to get a thumbs up from you. Now let's get this video started. Welcome to Yvonne Meets Food, where I share my passions for making food, eating food, as well as traveling the world to discover and eat even more delicious food. Today we're going to be making a super delicious Japanese dish, and that's miso marinated barramundi. I first had miso marinated fish. It was specifically miso marinated cod at a now defunct Japanese restaurant downtown in Manhattan, and it was just super delicious. It has this really great mix of sweet, salty, umami flavor, and it was broiled, so it had these nice charred bits to it. And the inside of the fish was just really buttery and amazing, and I knew I had to replicate it at home. Instead of cod, we'll be using barramundi, which is a really delicious fish that I discovered when I was traveling in Australia. And barramundi, the way that they're kind of marketing it now is as the Australian version of sea bass. It's a white fish, it's really buttery, it's kind of flaky, it's rich, and it has a really great meaty texture. To get started, we're going to go through our ingredients. So of course, to make miso marinated fish, we're going to need fish. So we've got these nice, beautiful barramundi fillets that I picked up while on special at Whole Foods. The brand that I got is Australis, which is Australian, but they actually have their sustainable farms located in Vietnam. The fish is really meaty, it's white, it is also very buttery. Then we've also got a short list of ingredients that may be a bit peculiar if you do not have a well-stocked Asian pantry, but we'll go through them one by one so you understand what each of them is and how to use them. So the first one is going to be mirin. So mirin is a rice wine that is fermented. It's basically got a low alcohol percentage but a very high sugar percentage. So this is commonly used in a lot of different Japanese dishes. And so if you're going to be making a lot of Japanese food, make sure to have mirin on hand. Then we've also got sake. So sake is oftentimes known as a Japanese wine. It apparently is actually a beer. It's also got a low alcohol percentage. It's typically made with fermented rice. Definitely very fermenty and ricey in flavor and smell. The brand that I'm using is Hakutsuru brand, and it's a draft sake, but you can use pretty much any sake you can find. Next, we've got the miso. So this is 3 tablespoons of a white miso. The brand that I really like to use is Hikari miso. So this is the Saikyo sweet miso. So miso is a fermented soybean paste that is made out of soybeans. It's very salty, it's sweet, it's umami. There's different types of miso on the market. There's like the white ones, the yellow ones, the red ones. Lastly, we've got some granulated sugar, about a tablespoon, and then about 2 teaspoons of toasted sesame oil. Whatever you do when you're buying sesame oil, do not get the untoasted kind. Make sure that you're getting the toasted kind. The brand that I have been very loyal to for pretty much forever has been Kadoya brand. So it's a Japanese brand. Their sesame oil is truly the best. So the way we're gonna break up making this fish is we're gonna make the marinade first, then we're gonna marinate the fish, and after that we'll broil it. So to make the marinade, we're going to take a small saucepan. It's the smallest one that I have, but try to use one that's even smaller than this. We're gonna dump in the equal parts of mirin and sake into the pan. So mirin and the sake. Now we're gonna take the mirin and the sake and put it over medium heat on the stove until it's nice and boiling. So the mirin and the sake come to a boil pretty quickly, and then we'll gradually add in the sugar and the miso under low heat. Whisk until the sugar is fully dissolved. So now we'll add in the sesame oil. Give another whisk. And then we'll let it cool in a little heat-proof bowl. This miso paste is smelling so delicious. I'm tempted to just like put a spoonful of it in my mouth right now. We've let the miso paste or marinade cool. So now we just need to douse it all over the fish and make sure that every part of the fish fillets are just covered in this delicious miso paste. So now that the fish is fully marinated, we should let it sit for at least half a day just to make sure that the fish is really absorbing all those delicious flavors of the miso marinade paste. If you're really short on time, you can use just about 2 to 3 hours, but I'm actually gonna let it sit overnight in the fridge just to fully let the flavors seep in. So I will see you tomorrow and we will broil this fish together and see what this deliciousness tastes like. Welcome back. It's the next day and we've allowed our barramundi to marinate overnight with that delicious miso glaze that we made yesterday. It's really fragrant, it's really sweet and savory and smells kind of nutty. This is what it looks like. It's just seeping in all that delicious marinade. So now we're going to transfer these fillets onto a baking sheet. I've already prepared a baking sheet that I've lined with foil. So I'm just gonna take them by the hands. Just kind of let it drip off with the excess marinade. Just lay it onto the sheet. So this recipe is going to be super quick cooking. We're going to broil these fillets at 400 degrees Fahrenheit in the oven. Make sure that the rack is on the highest rack possible. I'm gonna place this very top, because we want to make sure that the flame is getting as close as possible to the fish. Looks like the oven has fully preheated, so we're going to put these fillets on that top rack for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how thick your fillets are. So we're going to do 3 minutes on the first side and then take them out after 3 minutes. So that was 3 minutes. We're going to pop it out. Oh, that's what happens when it's on high heat. Okay, now we're gonna flip it over. Carefully flip these over. Ugh. Now back in the oven for another 3 to 4 minutes. Boy, might pop again. Fish is ready. It's super hot right now. Depending on the power of your broiler, it may have different levels of blackness on the top. As you can see here, there's just a little bit of black on the edges because my broiler isn't super strong. So I'm gonna just plate just a piece of this barramundi. Now I'll take a taste. Ooh. Super meaty in texture. You can feel that nice give when you just dig your fork into it. Mmm. Oh my gosh. This fish is perfect. And that nice miso mirin sake marinade just permeated all of the flesh. It was so quick to prepare. Just a quick marinade yesterday. Let it sit overnight. And then 3 minutes on each side of the broiler. Just so silky and buttery in both flavor as well as texture. So I hope this video has convinced you how simple, easy that is to prepare miso marinated fish. Of course, we use barramundi here, but you can use any kind of fish that you'd like. So you've got cod, Arctic char, salmon. I think all of those would work really, really well. But the preparation's super quick, both the marinade as well as broiling it. And so it's a really, really great quick meal. Just do a little bit of prep work in advance. So thanks again for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to hear what your favorite fish dish or fish recipe is that is a go-to in your kitchen. Please subscribe for more food, more travel, and more cooking. Thanks again for watching. Hope to see you soon. Bye.